for that suspect, and God knows if anybody was in the area when they tried to do it, so they're just staying away from that. They can't use anything else from their bag of tricks, like the stop strips or the spike strips. Can't do that because he's basically in so many different areas. He isn't making blocks like we've seen, and also at these high speeds. Right now, I can tell you Sky 2 traveling over 60 miles an hour just to track this guy on Foothill Boulevard. So this guy really moving out. Very dangerous to the people on the ground. Luckily, he's been picking a lot of these straight type of roads. Foothill, yeah, it does have some turns in it, but it's not a lot of these winding roads where this vehicle would be so impaired that we'd see it slide around, and we have. When he tried to get off the freeway earlier on, that car was sliding all over the place. You got to figure, he's on 3 wheels right now and grinding that rear axle down. Whatever was sparking under there is basically kind of almost ground itself to nothing. LAPD still in pursuit. This is a very dangerous pursuit, and we continue on now, working our way back to the Pacoima area. Just around it, making a sharp turn right there. Down we're on Tahunga Canyon, westbound on Tahunga Canyon. But yes, it's got to be. It's got to be some kind of crazy loudness. If you ever had a flat tire in your car, you just imagine what that sounds like. Just imagine now you're just grinding that rear part of the car. So it's just this grinding metal as this car just continues to drag its butt. And, it sounds kind of funny, but it's so dangerous for anybody around it. And that's what this car is doing right now. It does have a good tire on the driver's side, but that whole axle is just grinding along on the ground right there. This car continuing to make these crazy turns. And then he tries to speed up when he hits those turns. Northbound on Briggs, we're getting into a very residential neighborhood out here. I'll get you the name of the town. I believe we're going to be in Sunland still. Don't know if this is the suspects or they believe that this person lives, but we've seen this earlier on. He'll get into these neighborhoods, drive a little bit slower, make these blocks and stuff like that. That driver, though, said to be impaired. That car, definitely impaired. Well, we know that they ran the plates and they have an idea who this person may be. Until they have that person in their custodies, we will not actually know who this person is behind the wheel. Right now, though, they're saying DUI driver. They're saying that possibly has a weapon. And we know for a fact that car just continues to go. And the sparks are even starting to slow down. So whatever was grinding on that car is starting to is almost gone. Driving over speed bumps right now. We're going to be definitely into the Tahunga area. If we're not in the Tahunga Canyon area, definitely into Tahunga. But we're just working our way through these neighborhoods. You can see it's very tight, even for that car. And you can see that the officers get these opportunities. They get very close to that car, but they're still giving that person at least enough room to make his own decisions. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's it. That's that's it. That's it. Oh no! He's trying to get through. That truck not letting him go. That truck not letting him go through there. A very dangerous situation for sure. That guy, then that's a dangerous situation as well. Using that vehicle as definitely, he knows what's going to happen out here. Officers from LAPD, they've got their weapons out. I do not see any less than lethal. If that driver continues to hit those vehicles, the officers' vehicles, this could end very, very badly. Right now, though, you can see him turning the wheel, trying to do something. The helicopter that just passed LAPD officers, weapons out, and numbers of officers now getting around that vehicle. That car, apparently not off, as I understand it, has not stalled out, and that driver still trying to get away. Very dangerous situation for those officers and that suspect right now. Well, Paul, he got out of his way. He got out of the office. He got out of harm's way. That's for sure. Definitely helped the officers. Don't know if he did that intentionally. I know for a fact I wouldn't be that willing to sacrifice my truck for a situation like this. But at any rate, it did bring this to an end right now. Officers, though, it is not over by any means. Officers taking this extremely seriously. Weapons out. I don't see any less than lethal out. So this guy still in that car, as I understand it. Right now, he's starting to submit. We see at least a hand coming out the window. Yep, yep, and yeah, definitely. You know, he's following commands, or he's done this before. Not really clear, but right now, though, he's walking towards the officers. He's got his hands out. He's doing the prone position. Officers from LAPD, you do see some less than lethal now out there. I saw some green handles. Now he's getting down there on the ground. Hopefully, we'll be seeing those cuffs go on this person, and this pursuit, long going for sure, coming to an end out here, Tahunga area. And you're right, a civilian may have sacrificed his vehicle trying to bring this to an end. LAPD officers, though, doing a great job keeping up with this car this evening. And, you know, I got to wonder if that bicyclist is okay. I'm sure he got the scare of his life this evening, earlier this, when he had a... Yeah. Well, thank you guys.